Where the frick is the remote? Okay. Alright, and so in today's video, I have 5 plus, I think like 6 or 7 different spirits ideas, which is basically, powers. And yeah, I'm thinking of being able to use this in a new game mode that I am currently constructing. Now, all of the ideas I have made within this series will be now converted to this game mode, I guess. So it's kind of like a branch to the free play. And yeah, now the first one is gonna be a shark. And yeah, these are based on, they're based on 3 different elements. So, underwater, above the skies, and ground and underground. And there's also 2 more, which is creation and destruction, only a dragon. But the first one is gonna be shark, and the first move, all 5 plus of these will have 4 different moves, and the first one being the weakest, and the 4th one being the probably the most useful, I guess. And yeah, so the first move of shark is gonna be grand teeth, which launches 10 different teeth that you can aim. So it's kind of like a semi-auto weapon. And these will do bleeding damage, and yeah, it will do 5 damage for a teeth and 10 total bleeding damage. And the next move of this is gonna be a sea slash, where you will launch 5 different water blades, but it's more like a consecutive. Yeah, it's more like a multiple shots, like, you know? Yeah, multi-shot. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, and launches 5 water blades, dealing bleeding damage, and it's 25 per water slash, and 10 bleeding damage. That is gonna be sea slash. Next one is gonna be fishy frenzy, which you click on this button, and it will dash you towards the enemy. If it is out of range, then it just don't work. But if you hit him, then you will chomp on him, and you will just continue chomp, and this will do a total of 70 damage. That is Fishy Frenzy. And the final move of the shark is gonna be a shark suplex, which if the enemy is near you, then you will spin 360, and yeah, if it's around within a 3-tile radius, then you'll spin 360, grab him, and then you will throw them to the ground, and this will slow them and will also do 50 total damage. And next one is gonna be a leopard, because for some reason my mom's favorite land animal, it is a leopard, R-I-T. So yeah, now the leopard first move, Raging Roar, which roars very loudly, showing all enemies within sight. And yeah, so basically target marked. Yeah, so everyone within your sight will get target marked, but only towards your team, or your allied, or your clanmates, or your squad, or your allies. Yeah, and this was gonna be the Raging Roar. Next move is gonna be Power Pounce, where it jumps on the enemy and then just continuously slice them, and does 60 total damage and also 10 total bleeding. Next move is gonna be Tremendous Thrust, where you will fling yourself towards the enemy, again just like a thermal ultrasonic dash, and yeah, just fling you to the enemy. And yeah, this will also grab the enemy and also fling them. And so if the enemy is near you, and use this move, or if the enemy is within the range or within the dash of this move, then you just grab them and just throw them to the floor, and that is gonna be Tremendous Thrust. And the final move is gonna be Supreme Smash, where you will launch yourself above the enemy and doing the super cool WWE elbow drop, which does 60 total damage. And yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone has wanted to do one of these WWE style elbow drop, but I certainly have, so that's very cool. And yeah, that's gonna be Supreme Splash and Leopard. And the next Spirit's attacker, it is gonna be an eagle one. And yeah, all of these are just gonna be like a little shark just swimming around your body, and a leopard just jumping up and down on your shoulder, and an eagle just on your shoulder. And the Oni is just gonna land on your head. The dragon is gonna be on your back, and the serpent is gonna just swirl around your neck. So the eagle, the first one is gonna be soaring screech, where you just jump up and just X-ray. Yeah, just X-ray for that lasts for 10 seconds. And yeah, the next move up, the eagle is gonna be demonic feathers, where it throws feathers towards your enemy, and this will bring them towards you. So instead of pointing towards target, it's pointing target towards you. Yeah, and next move is gonna be airflow talons, where you jump up and then glide towards them using your glider or like your falcon wing thingies, and then just glide towards them and just pounce on them using your talons, and then just scratch them, which will make them bleed. So 50 damage and also 10 bleeding damage. And the next move is gonna be plummeting flight, where you will grab your enemy and then fly up and then just do a very cool 360. Just do a very cool backflip and just throw them to the ground, which will do 60 damage. And yeah, the next one is gonna be the Oni, where it is Shadow Domain as the first move, and this will slow all enemies within a 5-tile radius, and they will be weakened and slowed. And the next move is gonna be Demon Distribution, where it will create there's gonna be 3 big hands just grabbing the enemy, pulling him down, and is unable to make him move. You will not be able to do anything, although your teammates can also attack him. And yeah, this will do 20 total damage. And the next move is gonna be Trustful Transformation, where you just copy the enemy's move. And yeah, since this is the 3rd move or the 5th category move, then you'll copy their move. So for example, if they're using the eagle, then you just have black wings and then flap and do the airflow talon. And yeah, this is gonna be Trustful Transformation. And once you copy this, you will copy it for 10 seconds and revert it back to Trustful Transformation. And the final move of the Oni, is Fearless Fist, which will summon a big black fist from the ground and just follow him. And this will only follow the enemy for 1 second. If it doesn't hit the enemy, then boohoo. And yeah, I'll just follow him, and yeah. But once it hit him, then it will try to crush him, and which will poison him. And yeah, you will summon a big black fist from the ground, and if an enemy just rock jumps away or dashes away, then yeah, you can control the fist to shoot them, but you can only control the fist for 1 second, so manual guidance. And yeah, once you hit him with a black fist, it will poison them, and this will do 50 damage and 10 poison damage. The second to last the spirit attacker is gonna be the dragon, which the first move is gonna be Dragonoid Vortex, where it just opens a small portal, and there's gonna be a dragon that pops out of it and will try to grab the nearest enemy and will try to suck him in and then bite him. And then once it does, then the portal will just poof away, and then yeah, then the enemy will get burning and also damage. And yeah, this can suck in multiple enemies, so pretty useful. And the second move is gonna be First Flame, which shoots a big ball. And yeah, this will, once you hit it, it will knock them back and also do burning damage, dealing 40 damage and also 10 burning. And the next move is gonna be Scale Slash. Scale Slash, which will grab enemies, which will grab your own loose scales. Every time you use a move, then you will lose some scale. For example, if you lose one scale, then your move will now do 10 damage and 10 bleeding. If you drop 3 scales or use this move after using 3 different dragon moves, then this move will do 30 damage and 10 bleeding. So you will grab your loose scales and yeah, you will, for example, if you have 1 scale, then you will make a big slice. If you have 3 scales, then you will make 3 different slices. So 1 to your left, 1 to the northeast, 1 to the northwest, and 1 to the north of you. And yeah, gonna be pretty cool. And this will do bleeding damage and also 10, 20, or 30 per slash, 10 damage per slash, and also 10 bleeding for them. But if you hit all of them, which is very hard because you have to get very close to them, then this will do a total of 40 damage if you have all 3, if you pick up all 3 of the scales. So what to do to pick up the scales is to just walk over them. And the final move of Dragon is gonna be Sticky Icky Shots. Not just get rid of the icky, just sticky shots, which will shoot a shot thingy, which will shoot a thing that slows all enemies and disables their jump, and it will slowly take away their damage, but as long as they're in that. So it's basically like the nuke. So the longer they're in there, yeah, it's basically the nuke, but they cannot, jump. So they can still like rock jump out there or dash out there. Very simple. And yeah, Sticky Icky Shot, which will do a total of 60 damage if he is stuck, if he stays there for the whole 10 seconds. And it does last for 10 seconds. Now the final spirit attacker of today's film is gonna be a serpent. And the first move is gonna be Acidic Snipe, which will spit a poisonous substance onto the enemy, which will target mark them. And this will do 20 total poison damage and also target mark them for your entire team, or squad, or allies. And the next move of Serpent is gonna be Strangling Whip, which you would use the Serpent's tail to grab the enemy and pull it toward you. And then, yeah, so you grab them and then just keep on screeching them on the floor, doing a total of 30 damage. And the third move of the Serpent is gonna be Tunneling Trench, which digs underground and then jumps up, grab the enemy, and then throw it back onto the ground, and then just shoot him back up. So pretty complicated. So you just dig underground, which is called invisible, dig under the ground, and then you jump up and grab the enemy, throw them into the tunnel, and then just punch them back up, which will do 60 total damage. And the final move of Serpent and final move of today's zone is gonna be Return of the Snakes. Rise of the Serpentine. So Return of the Snakes, yeah. And it's gonna be summoning 3 snakes that will jump off the ground. No, it's gonna summon a ton of snakes just jumping around him, like jump onto him, latch onto him, and then go back to the ground. And it will do a total of 60 damage. And yeah, comment down below what you think about these spirits, attacks, curse, and yeah, these are for my spiritual battleground, and you have to wait till that to find out. But I still have, yeah, so I have one more thing to work on, which is gonna be the fighting styles idea next, and yeah, but that's that for today's one, and hope you have a great